What's up, guys? I just want to make a little tutorial about unlocking the Spec Ops subclass in Battlefield 6. Let's get right into it. First thing you have to do if you want to unlock the Spec Ops challenge is you do have to pass the first stage of the Recon class, which is spotting enemies in objective areas with Recon gadgets and earning 10,000 points, which usually isn't difficult. You can probably pull this off in just a couple matches. At that point, you'll notice you unlocked the second challenge, which is going to be getting headshots over 150 meters as Recon, which again, I think is a little ridiculous. It took me a little while. It is possible, and I want to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to accomplish that. First setting you want to change if you want to make this easier for yourself is go into settings, go into gameplay, and go under the hold and toggle. And you're going to want to change infantry weapon zoom to toggle. You're only going to do this temporarily. You're going to want to switch it back once you start playing other classes. But when you're sniping, it's going to be so much easier to be able to just tap right click, zoom in and zoom out, and take quick shots on other snipers. It takes a lot out of you to have to hold down the right click and then let go and take other shots. So you're going to want to switch it to this. After this, you want to double check your sensitivity settings for the 6x scope. You don't unlock the 8x scope, which would have been a big help until much later. You're probably going to be done with the challenge by the time you unlock it. So the 6x scope is going to be the best you'll be able to use for this. It's still not as close as you would want it to be, but you want to make sure that your sensitivity is set right for you. And the last thing you're going to want to do is you want to make sure you do this on the best possible map that you can accomplish this on. A lot of the maps are kind of smaller. They're not going to have the long corridors or kind of the vast open space to be able to accomplish this. So you want to go into multiplayer, custom search, hit breakthrough, and make sure you're doing this on Liberation Peak only and hit play. If it doesn't throw you right into this map, you're probably only a map or two away, so I would play through whatever game it puts you in, and then you will probably have this breakthrough on Liberation Peak after. Now, the biggest things you want to consider when you're trying to accomplish this is all about positioning. On both attack and defense, you do have a good amount of options as far as putting yourself in a good position. The biggest thing I would tell you is what you want to do is keep moving. Make sure you are not going to stand still. This is why I don't recommend using the bipod to stabilize your aim. Just make sure you are using steady scope. You are only going to have one sniper rifle unlocked for this, and that's going to be the M20 ESR. And you're not going to have any attachments unlocked for this until you start scoring points and getting some kills. But once you start getting some attachments unlocked, here's what I recommend you put on the gun. As far as the underbarrel, you're going to want to go with the stubby or the angled. You're not going to want to go with the bipod because you're going to be moving around quite a bit. You're probably not going to be stationary for this. As far as the magazine, once you unlock the 5 fast, obviously you want to switch to that from the 5 round. Once you unlock long range ammunition, I recommend equipping that instead of the standard. It's going to make getting headshots a little bit easier. As far as the ergonomics, there's only one thing here, that is the ADS bolt. That is probably the most important attachment for the gun. So once you unlock this, it makes it a lot easier to be able to pop out in and out of cover while staying scoped down and getting those headshots. As for the barrel, I don't think it made too much of a difference for me, but I just picked one of the muzzle brakes to use. If you get hit by another sniper, which is obviously going to happen, just go prone and wait it out. Get that health back. If you are moving, it's going to be hard for them to get a headshot on you, so you'll probably survive the shot. One of the more frustrating things is obviously going to be taking a very long shot, or where you think it's going to be a long shot and it's going to say at 145 or 148 meters. Just move past it, just move a little bit further back, and then you kind of have a good rough guideline about how far you need to be from wherever the action is to take those good headshots. As for the gadgets while you're doing this, if you want and you have it unlocked, you can use the sniper decoys. They're pretty fun to place down and have somebody shoot them for some bonus points. You can also deploy the Recon drone and fly it over an area and leave it there to get some good spotter points. Anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to show you guys some clips about how far away I was when I had to take some of these shots. A lot of them were pretty much at the 150 mark or more. Some of them were a little bit shorter, so I had to adjust. But best of luck to you guys. Hopefully you'll get that challenge done. And just as a bonus, if you made it this far, here is my last shot that completed the challenge for me, which clocked in at 238 meters.